In a society strict with repetition, Bartholomew's discovery of a music box leads to him embarking on a small journey to break the system. Bartholomew's Song is a short film directed by Lowell Frank and Destin Daniel Cretton, released in 2006. Bartholomew's Song contains a great deal of repetition through patterns, followed by the breaking of those patterns. We will analyze visually how Bartholomew's Song uses its shots to convey a pattern and the breaking of it. According to the textbook, repetition serves not only as a means of relaying story information, but also as a signal that a particular event has a meaning or significance that should be acknowledged in our interpretation and analysis. A primary example is seen when the men are walking. They are shown walking in sync here for the first time in the story, and the second time in the same manner. But the third time, this pattern is broken when our main character notices a tape player sitting out and decides to go against the norm of their usual habits. From this point, all the previous patterns we have seen in Bartholomew's Song will start becoming altered by our main character's actions. The next time this shot comes up, our main character is seen trotting ahead of the group, still emphasizing the breaking of this pattern. Another pattern used in Bartholomew's Song is the assembly line pattern. The men are seen repeating each other's actions. This time the pattern is repeated from one person to the next, rather than from one shot to the next. This pattern is then broken after our main character discovers music. He is seemingly breaking the usual pattern by not paying attention, not even thinking about what the other characters are wired to do. This breaking of the pattern in the assembly line comes up again at the end of the film, when a new character is seen breaking the pattern. This character is seen looking in an entirely different direction than the others, conveying that this character will go on and do what our main character did, break the pattern and discover through the observation of music that his mind contains more than what they are wired to do. Director Destin Daniel Cretton says in an interview regarding another short film of his called Short Term 12. He says, "Whether it's how they look and how they act, I'm always thrown off eventually as I get to know somebody. To me, that's the exciting part of writing, thinking I know a character until a certain point. Something about them is revealed through the writing process. Something about them changes. That surprise is really exciting to me." Although he was talking about another short film of his, this message definitely shines through in Bartholomew's Song. The audience begins to understand a character by the repeated actions, but once those repeated actions are broken is when the audience really gets to know the character. This film was created in 2006, a year after Hurricane Katrina devastated New Orleans, George Bush was president, and many earthquakes devastated the Middle East and Asia. In a period of such natural disaster, Bartholomew's Song to me conveys the message that we don't have to fall into the same pattern of repetition in our own daily lives, waking up, going to work, and repeating the same process every day. Bartholomew's Song told me that there is more to life than society tells you there is. Don't fall into the pattern of repetition. Break the pattern.